Hey y'all, it's Fifi again. Now today, I have been so busy. It's fall and it's my gathering season where I make all my preserves, I do all my canning, I finish up my gardening, and I tend to my indoor plants. I also have a lot of work doing in the kitchen. So a lot of the times I'm just indoors doing all that preparation stuff, putting things away, getting things in order. I don't show everything because I really can't. That's the truth. It's just so much to do that I don't have the time to sit back and record everything. I just want to do what I'm doing. And being in the kitchen, we're dealing with heat, with hot stuff, canning, and all of that, and an open flame. And so it's a safety issue. So I'd rather stay focused and do what I'm doing. But I'm still around. I'm just busy doing all my preparations. Now, today I'm going to be making some coconut oil. I am going to take you on that journey with me. I brought some coconut back from the islands. Yes, I packed a lot of dried coconut, and I am going to be making some coconut oil with it today to use in my hair and skin products. So let's go with me and I'll show you how I go about doing that. Now I have already prepped this. I blended all the coconut, and this is just a coconut fat here. I am going to show you what I did to arrive at this coconut fat. It's just such a simple process. Now this is a coconut here I brought back from my island. As you can see, it's still in my suitcase, but what I did was to blend the coconut using distilled water. Once that was complete, I set it in the refrigerator overnight, and what happens is that the fat content of the coconut separates from the water, and so it solidifies at the top. And the next day I was able to remove all the fat that separated from the mixture. All right, so now this has solidified because I had it in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna just put it in the pot. And you want to make sure you're cautious when you're doing this, because this is hot oil. And safety is key when you're working with heat, with fire, with open flames. You want to make sure you pay attention to what's going on and that you stay safe at all times while doing this. Okay. Now take a look in here as to what's going on. It's melting. See, this is still a whole clump in there. That's going to melt really quick. And then I'm going to allow this to boil. I'm not sure how much oil I'm going to get, but I'll be happy just to get some oil. And this is organically grown coconut, so it's organic oil. So this is going to boil and boil and boil, and it's going to reduce to, still got some clumps in there. It's going to be reduced to the coconut oil. And that's just from all the fats that the coconuts contain. So this is how the coconut fat looks. So it's going to boil until that's reduced and the oil is extracted. So stay tuned so I can show you the end result and how it's the entire process. Now as you can see, this has reduced quite a bit, and I'm not sure, let me turn the light on. I'm not sure if you can see the color of this right now, but it's turned a darker color. Now I can see the oil is showing up. So this has still got to be reduced, and I come in here and I stir the bottom, scraping off any residue on the sides to make sure that it doesn't burn. So we're going to give it some more time. This is probably going to take about a couple hours, and it's on a low to medium flame. So I'm just going to have patience and give it some time to do what it do. So right there, guys, as you can see, the oil is showing up. I'm sure you can see that now. There we go. That's better. So it's reducing nicely, and I'm going to be able to get some really good organic coconut oil from these coconuts here. Alright guys, another update along this journey, and as you can see, all this stuff here is the oil. Let me just lean the pot to the side a little bit. Oh, it's going to get cloudy because of the steam, the heat from the pot. But as you can see, this has so far become coconut oil. This is all oil. The liquid is all oil. Look at that. Coconut oil. Let me just show you guys this. Let's see if I can get close enough without getting it fogged up. At the bottom here, you have to keep stirring this. This is not something that you put on the flame and you walk away. You have to keep stirring this to push this matter here away from the base of the pan, because you don't want it to get stuck and burn, because you don't want to burn your oil. You want it to cook right through and reduce all the way. However, you don't want it to burn, so you got to stick with it. I'm just trying to show you, but it's fogging up quite a bit. Okay, as you can see right here, it's stuck to the bottom. This part here is stuck, so I'm going to scrape this away from the bottom. So you want to make sure you get your safety gear. If you're not used to this and you're trying to make coconut oil or dealing with any types of oils, and it's something you're trying for the first time, you're not used to it, you want to make sure you have your safety gears, you want to make sure you have your mitts and your eye protective wear. I don't use them. I'm not making a commercial batch of anything. I wish I had a commercial type style kitchen, because I do so much in this kitchen, and I'd rather have my own space where I can make all my creations and concoctions and just leave the kitchen be to my family, so I'm not always in their way. But for now, this is what I have, my regular kitchen, so I'm just going to stick with this and continue making my oils and all my different goodies that I create for my family with love. Alright, now let me just try to show you the consistency of the residue here. It's soft and it's like really fluffy. See that? But this is going to harden up once it's going to get even darker in color. You see this? So I'm going to continue processing this until it gets to the point where it's time to remove it. It's going to solidify quite a bit. So stay tuned for a visual on that. Alright guys, let's take another check at the residue. It definitely has changed color and got darker and more of a solid type consistency. I'm still stirring it slowly, making sure I keep that residue off the bottom of the pan. Alright, now that I'm satisfied with how this came out, I'm just gonna remove the residue from in here. This is what it looks like. I don't want the oil to burn, and if you notice, you can see already this is a dark color from when we started. So I'm going to remove this. All of this as much as I can, and then I'll get ready to strain off my oil into my mason jar, and I'll show you the finished product once it's all completed. Alright guys, so here you have it, and I'm going to be using my funnel because it's a safer way to transfer the oil from the pot, and I'm using my mitten also. So it's a safer way to transfer it from the pot into the mason jar. Let's see. And I'm using the sieve here, very fine sieve or strainer. I knew I would get at least one. Okay, let's transfer this. This is hot, so you got to be careful. Always safety first. And I am happy with the outcome of this oil here. This is pure coconut oil from scratch. Here you have it. Now here I have a bottle of coconut oil that I brought back from the island, from Grenada. I'm from Grenada, so once I say the island, it's my island. From my island, I should say. But either way, I brought this, and coconut oil solidifies. I do cook with coconut oil, but not a whole lot. It's got a stronger taste, I would say, than some other oils, such as avocado oil. And so I prefer to use avocado oil in my cooking rather than use just coconut oil. Maybe I'll use a little bit of coconut oil for the flavor, but I really do enjoy coconut oil. I like the flavor it brings with it. However, when I am making skin products or so, what I do is I put a little of this because it's so strong. You don't want to overpower what you're making. You don't want to throw off the fragrance of what you're making, because I do use other fragrances, natural fragrances like lavender. I make my own lavender oil. I use lavender herbs. Sometimes I may not use it as an oil in it, but I just grind up the lavender into powder and add it to whatever I'm making as far as hair and skin products. I also use petals. Let me just show you my flower petals, like peony petals, hibiscus petals, my rose bush petals. I use all those to give my products a color, or let's say a fragrance, a certain fragrance. And even though you may have petals that may not have fragrance, you do have also benefits that's extracted from those petals that you can incorporate into your products. So here's a tip for you. All right, so here I have some dried peony flowers that I am going to be using. I do have some red hibiscus, and I also have some white hibiscus dried flowers that I'm going to be using in my products this year. And so I'm excited about that. I'm ready to get started. My oil is already made. I already have some infused oils that I made from herbs that I grew in my garden, because I've been harvesting all season long from spring. Even up to now, I'm still able to harvest herbs from my garden. They're slower growing now, but that's okay because I have sufficient to make all my products this fall, so we can have to use throughout the cooler months when we're indoors and I have things to do while I'm indoors, not outside in the gardening in the cold. All right, one other thing I want to show you, because I'm about my coconut, because this is what this is about today, coconut oil. So the theme is coconut, and so I am wearing this earring. Let me just show you. It was made from the shell of the coconut, the part that holds the nut in place, and this is what it looks like. A beautiful handmade, it's a leaf. It's a beautiful handmade pair of earring that I purchased back home. No, I just lied. That my sister sent me, my dearest sister Danielle sent me a few years ago. So I've had this for quite a while and I cherish it. I love wearing it. I do get a lot of compliments, and I'm hoping that I, have some time that I can do some, crafting with some coconut shells that I also have. I'm going to get to that, guys. I have so much projects going on. However, I'm so busy. Look at this. I just did my coconut oil. Now I have all these apples to process and make applesauce and can them. This is not all of it. My refrigerator is full. The 2 drawers are overwhelmingly full with just apples, because we recently went apple picking. And so I got my work cut out for me. I like to make different types of apple flavored preserves and apple sauces and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on. I may not be posting as much as I normally do during the garden season, and that's because I'm extra busy indoors, where safety is a must, and it's number one because of the nature of what I'm doing, like I said. And so as it's time consuming and I don't have all that time on my hands. It's also tiring from the preparation to the finished product. It's tiring, guys. And so I am about this lifestyle. So I'm busy in here doing what I need to get done for my family. This is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and this video propels you to get into your natural abilities, because we are brilliant beings and there's so much we can do. We don't have to sit and wait around for someone to provide or prepare something for us. There are simple things that we can do. And so let's just be encouraged to invoke our natural given abilities and do what we need to get done for ourselves and be a little bit more independent. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions or any questions. Leave it in the comment section below. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe so you can get alerts of all my newly updated content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.